Come on out, big boy. Come on out.
Tonight, this leaked body camera video leads to a Fox 10 investigation about an arrest made by a Mount Vernon police officer. A surveillance camera inside the Mount Vernon jail catching this video on May 10th, showing the officer dragging a man through an office by the shackles while his hands are cuffed. This is where it all started, a traffic stop. It's unclear what happened before the video starts because we don't have the full video. While the man's hands are cuffed behind his back, he leans against a police SUV, pulling a vape up to his mouth.
Give me the vape. Give me the vape. Put it down.
And when he doesn't comply,
put it down.
The officer uses his stun gun before putting the suspect in the back of the patrol car. The body camera video also shows the man being placed inside a cell at the Mount Vernon jail while his hands are still cuffed. You can also see the officer putting pepper spray through the service hatch. The officer then quickly leaves the room, only to come back seconds later, the man inside the cell screaming. And when the officer walks in to get him, his head is inside the toilet, possibly trying to get the pepper spray out of his eyes. The officer then leads the man to a bench, putting shackles around his ankles, taking him back to the cell. According to the time code on the video, the officer returned about 10 minutes later and pulls the man out, dragging him across the floor. This video from a surveillance camera inside the jail shows a different angle of that happening. The police chief now talking about what happened.
I'm here to make sure that this does not happen again.
Chief Petway tells me this behavior from an officer is unacceptable and violates their policy.
Use of force policy. One, with the taser. You cannot use a taser as a punitive measure. You can't do that. You can't use a taser against a person that is handcuffed. You can't do that. As far as the pepper spray is concerned, you can use pepper spray on a subject that is actively resisting arrest. He was already in custody.
Petway says as soon as he was made aware of the officer's actions on May 10th of this year, he put together a report. He says everything he does has to be approved by the town's mayor. But once he sent in the evidence of the policy violations, he says the mayor's response wasn't what he expected.
I heard back from the mayor, and it was a no-go on punishment-wise, on disciplinary-wise. My job is to oversee the policies and the procedures and make sure the police department is ran perfectly smooth. You're never ever going to get it perfect, but I want it as near perfect as I can get it. I want them to understand this is not acceptable for me.
A Fox 10 investigation has confirmed the identity of the Mount Vernon police officer who's now at the center of an internal investigation following our reporting last week. According to the Mount Vernon town attorney Jay Ross, the officer's name is Newman Brazier. According to the Mobile County Personnel Board, Brazier worked for the Mobile Police Department from 2007 to 2019 until he resigned. He was later hired by Mount Vernon in 2021. I mean, could you at least talk to us about something? Closed doors and no comments tonight from the elected leader of the town of Mount Vernon. Mayor Eric Peoples still refusing to answer our questions nearly a month after a Fox 10 investigation showed leaked body camera video of a controversial arrest. Officer Newman Brazier pepper spraying, tasing, and dragging a handcuffed man on May 10th of this year. New tonight, Brazier's law enforcement license has now been temporarily suspended by the Alabama Peace Officer Standards and Training Commission. The town's attorney, Jay Ross, says Brazier is now on unpaid administrative leave and will have a full hearing in front of the commission early next year. Last week, Mount Vernon Police Chief Eric Petway told Fox 10 News he was fired without a reason or a termination letter. That came after Petway told me Mayor Peoples would not let him discipline Officer Brazier, even though Petway says he violated the department's use of force policy. Since airing this leaked video on October 28th, we tried to speak to Mayor Eric Peoples on camera, but he's refused. So we took our questions to the town hall meeting Tuesday night. And when I spoke to you, Mayor Peoples, you mentioned that the council made the decision to go in a different direction to pick a new chief. Is there any particular reason why that decision?
There's no particular reason they decided in a different direction.
While most of my questions were directed to the elected council members and mayor, the town's attorney, Jay Ross, did all the answering. During the meeting, citizens voiced their frustrations, asking the council and the mayor for more transparency and better leadership.
Why the other chief was let go of and what's all the confusion, and will we get information concerning that at a later date, or so we will know what happened and what went on? Okay, because we're looking forward to hearing about it because it's in our town. This is our town.
Nana Henderson tells me she wants to know why Officer Brazier is just on unpaid leave.
And for something like that to happen and nothing is done, and months before we were even informed about it, it was a disgrace. I mean, they're not coming forward, they're not answering the questions. As you saw today, it was the attorney now saying he's not letting them speak, and they're refusing to speak.
Our Natalie Williamson has been following this story from the start. She's in the studio right now.
And Natalie, what does the lawsuit say?
Well, Anise and Cameron, this court document that was filed recently lays out what happened on May 10th between Brazier and the man he arrested. It claims Brazier's uses of force were punitive and malicious, and the attorneys for the plaintiff wants the fate of this case to be decided by a jury. Tonight, a now former Mount Vernon police officer at the center of a controversial arrest is involved in a federal civil lawsuit. This comes after a Fox 10 investigation uncovered this leaked body camera and surveillance video from May 10th, showing Officer Newman Brazier dragging, tasing, and pepper spraying a handcuffed man.
Come on out, big boy.
The attorneys for the man who was arrested have filed this civil complaint in federal court. The court document focuses on the incident in May and claims Brazier's uses of force were punitive, malicious, and objectively unreasonable. The lawsuit says the plaintiff was not actively resisting and posed no threat, something former Chief Eric Petway agreed with when I talked to him in October.
Use of force policy, one with the taser. You cannot use a taser as a punitive measure. You can't do that. You can't use a taser against a person that is handcuffed. You can't do that. As far as the pepper spray is concerned, you can use pepper spray on a subject that is actively resisting arrest. He was already in custody.
The document also says because of Brazier's actions, the man suffered physical pain, injuries, emotional distress, and other damages. And tonight, about 2 months after our investigation, the town's attorney, Jay Ross, tells me Brazier has been fired from the Mount Vernon Police Department after an internal investigation concluded his actions during this arrest were inappropriate. Brazier's law enforcement license was suspended by the Alabama Peace Officer Standards and Training Commission after our report aired. He was also put on unpaid leave from the department. Ross also tells me multiple officers have quit the force recently, putting the total number of officers with the department at 4. I reached out to Brazier and he tells me when he's able to comment, he'll reach back out.